we're expecting that move to actually do something. You understand? So that is why I'm saying that, it's possible that that's a good news. Okay, so let me share my chart. Share my chart with us. Well, this is where, okay, this is oil. This is where we set to sell from. And then, yeah. Okay, so let's first of all, let's look at the fundamental at hand. We have a fundamental by 130. That is what we want to start with. That fundamental will help us determine what to do today. Let's see if we can trade it, if we can make money from it as soon as possible, before we now continue into the live trading session for 2 o'clock. Please do not forget that Wednesdays and Thursdays we usually start by 1 o'clock. Okay, so yes, here we go. First, so let's go to Forex Factory. Let me share Forex Factory with us. So you know how somebody, you know how we talk when we try to analyze the market, how we talk and talk and talk like that. It's not just because we love talking, but it's actually good. Put yourself or train yourself to be able to have such discussions with yourself before you go into the market. You understand? Because most times I find out that buy or sell from for most clients is just an impulsive decision. Let me just buy or let me just sell. No, it's important to talk to yourself. Okay, this is where price is. Look at it on the 1 hour. Look at it here. Where's the nearest support? Talk to yourself like that. You build a habit of being able to take analysis or being able to take trades with facts, not sentiment. You understand? So your buy or your sell will be from fact. It will not be from sentiment. You understand? And that is what will make you determine before you enter into the market where to come out of the market, what to do if it's not a good trade. Those conversations you have with yourself. You understand? So that's the habit we are trying to build up when we hold events like this. It's not just really because, or it's not only because we want you people to make money from that particular trade we're giving, which is a good thing, but we understand that will not always be there. And the whole idea from the beginning of this is to make sure you guys understand the market for yourself. You understand? So that it's nothing when I say to buy and you feel it to sell. You understand? You have gotten to a point where you now understand the market for yourself, and you can look into it and make decisions. Okay, so this is PPI. We're having PPI in the next 24 minutes. And I tried a bit to explain it in the morning, explain PPI to those of us who attended the MMR class. Okay, this is what we have here. PPI for USD. We have core PPI and then we have PPI. The first thing I told those that attended is the fact that in front of every fundamental, you have this folder here. And this folder is, this folder explains to you how or what the high impact is all about. You understand? So it's what the high impact is all about. That folder explains that to you. So we can always open it to see what it is about. So if I click on open detail here, it's going to open it up and show me. Look at it. The source of this PPI is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. It measures the change in price of finished goods and services sold by producers. Okay, sold by producers excluding food and energy. Okay, so that's it. Sold by producers excluding food and energy. So that's core PPI. While PPI itself is the change in price of finished goods sold by producers. Now it doesn't exclude energy and I think, what did he say here? Food and energy. It doesn't. When you say something is core because some things have been taken out of it. You understand? Some things have been taken out of it. So that's what core means, and that's why the data we'll likely be looking at today is the core PPI. The core PPI is what I feel is going to be more important. But At the end of the day, if both of them go towards a particular direction, that's what I'm really hoping for. I'm hoping that if it is lower than expected, let two of them go lower than expected. If it is higher than expected, let both of them go higher than expected. That's what I'm actually hoping for. You understand? So let's talk about what PPI means and what it means if we what either part means, a higher PPI, a lower PPI. What does it mean? Okay. Now, if you check it, you see that is the change in price of finished goods and services sold by producers. Okay, change of, so we normally find out whether the change of in the price of those goods have increased or it has decreased. You understand? We're trying to find out whether the change in the price of finished goods and services, whether it has increased or it has decreased. So if it has increased, then it means that the percent here will be higher. And if it has reduced, then it means that the percent will be what? Will be lower. You understand? So look at it. He said actual greater than forecast is good for the currency. So the actual data, once it is greater than the forecast, it is good for the currency. Okay, but when actually is lower, vice versa, when actually is lower than forecast, that is not good, that is weak, that is bad for the currency. You understand? So what we hope to achieve today when PPI comes out is, if the data coming out, because these two data will be released at the same time, if these two data come out and they are higher than this 0.2 or 0.3%, that will be strong for the dollar. Okay, so if they are lower, actually, if they are lower, then that will be bad for the dollar. Now, remember that when we were looking at the dollar index this morning, we found out that the dollar index had gotten to a verified support. And from that support, it was seeking to head back up. It's possible that this is kind of data that gives dollar a strength and pushes dollar back to the upside. Okay, but we will know when data comes out. I also compared it with the CPI data. Tomorrow, by God's grace, CPI will be released. God's sparing our lives. Tomorrow, October 12th, CPI will be released. Here we have it. This is CPI. We have core CPI monthly. That's what M/M means. We have CPI monthly and we have CPI yearly. You understand? So this CPI, what we are really going to work with is the core CPI, the monthly core CPI. And you can see that from what we are expecting that CPI is likely going to reduce. We're expecting that CPI is likely going to reduce, although that's still that yet tomorrow, there's also going to be unemployment claims around that same time. You understand? So that's what we are looking out for. That's what we're looking for. So you need to make sure that you are in line with that. You understand? You need to make sure you're in line with that. If by the time PPI comes out, if PPI comes out, it's higher than expected, the dollar is going to gain strength. But if CPI comes out and it is lower than expected, the dollar is going to fall in strength. That's going to get weak. Okay? Good. Although later today, we are still going to have another high impact news by 7 p.m. But of course, one step at a time. I will look into that towards the end of the afternoon session. Okay. But for now, in the next 18 minutes, data will be released on PPI and it will be an opportunity. The thing about this business is that information can equal to money. Someone is asking the full meaning of CPI and PPI. CPI stands for Consumer Price Index and PPI stands for Producers Price Index. Look at it. Producer Price Index. Look at it here. Producer Price Index. That's what? PPI. Why CPI stands for Consumer Price Index. Welcome. Okay, so that's it. Now, have mentioned, I hope we do not forget that. Now, what happens if, I mentioned one thing. I said that when the data that comes out is higher, when the actual data comes out, and if it is higher than what we're expecting, it's likely going to be strong for the dollar. It's going to make the dollar strong. Okay. But if it is lower than what we're expecting, it's going to make the dollar weak. Another thing is, what if the data is mixed? What if the data is mixed? Now, if by the time this data comes out, one of them is positive, another one is negative, there's a very high chance that the dollar will be generally weak. Because there's something I've discovered about the dollar. The truth is that once the dollar has fundamentals coming out, and it has 2, 3, 4 fundamentals coming out at the same time, if all of them are strong, it will be very strong. If all of them are weak, it will be very weak. But once you have mixed data, one is strong, one is weak, it will generally weaken the dollar. I normally advise that when data come out and they are mixed, it's better to, just stay out. So in this case, the data comes out and one of them is good, one of the other is bad, one is higher, the other one is lower. We'll need to look at the chart for guidance. If we see an established move on the chart, then we can use it. If not, we may just stay out. The best way we enjoy this fundamental, or the best way we enjoy trading fundamentals generally, is when both the data actually go in a certain direction, not mixed. So that's what I'm saying. If they all go, so someone said, what if it is neutral? If they come out the same, well, that means that the level of inflation has been maintained. It's possible that they come out the same. It's very possible that can weaken the dollar. It's very possible it weakens the dollar. But if they come out the same, my own advice to you, if this data come out the same, let's say for instance, core PPI still comes out at 0.2%, PPI still comes out 0.3%, we may need to check the chart for guidance. If we see established move, we can now take it. But if not, we will be out of the market. Do you understand? So it will really benefit us, like I said, if the data comes out and it's both good for the dollar, or they are both poor for the dollar. Okay, good. So that said, I think we've cleared that. I can move on. We'll watch the time. Once it is close to the data time, we'll come and monitor it on Forex Factory. Okay, let's move on from here. Let's check our chart. Let's look at there's something I really don't know how to help you. It's very possible that your audio is not on. And if your audio is on, you can't hear what I'm saying now. Okay. Let's talk to him. Please check your audio. Check your Zoom audio. And make sure you put it on. Okay, good. Mr. Babatunde, it's possible you're just coming because I've spent the last 15 minutes addressing what you're asking. So just you may need to just flow with us. Okay, I can't keep repeating the same answer to everyone who asks. Okay. Then Onika is asking for to trade the news. Did one need to wait for the outcome of the news? Of course, you need to wait for the outcome of the news. You're not going to trade before you get the outcome. Except if what you want to do instead is to trade blindly. You can trade blindly and make money. That one is there, but it's not advisable to trade, or it's not advisable to trade blindly. Okay, so let's look at our chart. The last time we had the currency class, we talked about I think we talked about the RSI, right? We talked of candlestick patterns. Okay, we talked of the overbought, oversold region, and the use of candlestick patterns. We said that and once price was overbought, it's possible that from that overbought zone, when you put your RSI on your chart, the relative strength index, when you put it on your chart and price gets to the 30% zone or even below, that is an oversold region. That's an oversold region when price falls to that 30% zone. Now we said that from there are certain, you don't just go and start buying. Okay, there are certain candlestick patterns that you can see that let you know it's time for you to buy. Okay, and you can use it on different time frames. You can use it on 1 hour, you can use it on 15 minutes, you can use it on 4 hours, you can use it on daily, like that. You understand? So that is why we said when the RSI gives you that overbought or oversold, you confirm it with a candlestick pattern. Yes. Exactly. So you confirm with a candlestick pattern. So we looked at some candlestick patterns that can help you take a buy or take a sell in the market. And from there, for that, we looked at the hammer. We looked at the hammer or the hanging man. We looked at the shooting star. Look at the shooting star. We saw how that these things in different positions, on the chart can mean different things. For example, as a way of reminder, we said the hammer, when the hammer is on a resistance, when the hammer is on a support, what that hammer is going to mean is that price is about to head upwards. Price is about to go upwards because that hammer is on a support. But once you find that same hammer on a resistance, when you find that hammer on a resistance, that's what we call, that's what we call a hanging man. And that could mean that price is going to begin to fall. Okay, this is an example of what I talked about. For instance, for those who were not here, for instance, let's say that here like this, we had an inverted hammer. Can you see this? Look at this candle. This candle means an inverted hammer. It has a long body that is longer than, it has a body that is longer than the body. Sorry, it has a wick or a shadow. You see this stick here? It has a stick. The stick is longer than the body of the candle. So once the higher wick or the higher shadow or the higher stick, whatever it's called, once it is longer than the body of the candle, that is what we call an inverted hammer. So when you have something like this, like an inverted hammer, when you have something like this on a resistance, it means that price hits that resistance and is likely rejected. So a hammer at an inverted hammer at a resistance like this one here that you see at this place, an inverted hammer at a resistance is an example of a bearish pattern. So we said if you put your RSI on your chart and your RSI shows you that it is overbought, your RSI goes into this overbought region. That means that it gets to 70%. And you see, now what overbought region means is that the momentum for buy is likely going to fall, right? So from there, if you see an inverted hammer, if you see a shooting star from there, you are to look out for a sell. You are to look out for a sell. Okay. So by way of introduction, that is what we talked about when we were looking at the last week, looking at the RSI with the hammer and the inverted hammer. Okay. The RSI 50. No, the RSI 50 does not show overbought. Let me apply RSI to my chart so that I see what I'm talking about. Well, at the end of the day, it's something that you can always practice or try or experiment on. Okay, but when we use the RSI, we are mostly concerned with the 30% and the 70%. That 50% in between is just the middle value, and it's not really something to really build your strategy on, strategy of buying or strategy of of selling. it's not the 50% is not really where you want to put your strategy on, but you're mostly concerned with the 30% and the 40%. Sorry, the 30% and the 70%, because the 70% will show you overbought. Can you see the 70% at the top here? 70% will show you overbought here by the right. Will show you overbought. This line here shows you overbought. And then this lower line here shows you oversold, which is the 30% line. It shows you oversold. Okay, it shows you oversold. So that's how it works. So we are not using the 50 for this. When your price is oversold, it will be on the 30% line or even below the 30% line. It does not mean you immediately go and buy from there. Once your price is oversold, it does not mean you just immediately go and buy from there. But what we are saying is that if it is oversold, then you are careful with placing any further sell. But instead, what you want to do is look out for the closest support point to that place. Look out for the closest support from there, and from that support, buy. If it is oversold, I'll take that again. If it is oversold, look out from the closest support, and from that support, look out for a what? A buy. Or if it is oversold, look out from the closest support, and from that support, you watch that particular candle. Once it gives a candlestick pattern that is about to head up, you take an advantage with what? With the buy. Okay, so that is how the RSI works. It's a very simple thing. Okay, it's a very simple thing. Does anybody have any further questions regarding the RSI and the candlestick pattern, so that we can head back to PPI? Any question? Okay, I take it that we understand what I was talking about regarding the RSI and the bullish or bearish candle. Okay, so that said, let us go back to PPI. We have 5 minutes more, and we'll be looking to, hoping that it's a very good data that I just did it now. If you're using first of all, are you using somebody just asked how to put RSI on his chart. Sorry, I'm trying to get his name. Okay, Prince Will Godwin, please let me know. You want to put the RSI on your chart. Are you using a laptop or a phone? You can't know if the news coming is positive or negative until the news comes. It's not a news again if you know whether it's positive or negative when it's coming. It's no longer a news. You can make analysis, you can make speculation and all that, but the data has to be released before you can tell. Okay, if you're using a laptop, you can see how I already did it. Just come to indicators list. From indicators list, just go to oscillator. Okay. So this is what you do. Come to indicators list. From indicators list, just come to oscillators. Once you check for oscillator, you will see there, you see relative strength index. So select that. Select that. You can leave everything the way they are. Just select OK to put you on your chart. Okay, so I believe I've explained that. I've explained how to put RSI on your chart. Go to indicators list, search for oscillator, you will see relative strength index, select OK, and you have it on your chart. If you're using your phone, it's also the same thing. Just on your chart, you see an F, a stylish F like that. Select that F. Once you select that F, it will take you to a place where it shows you the indicators on your phone. Okay, if you want to add any indicator, there's an F plus there. F plus. So you can select that F plus. When you select that F plus, to take it to a place where you have indicator, just scroll down until you see scroll down until you see relative strength index. Okay, good. So let's look at Forex Factory. I know it will be timing, it will be counting down already. Good. So we have it on the countdown already. We have core PPI and PPI coming out. Let's see what the data gives us so that we know what to do. Normally to trade this, there are some persons who will just, place pending orders and all that, which is not bad. But actually doing this because I want you to understand how these trades actually work, how fundamentals actually work. Okay. Just leave it like that. The way it is, the way your RSI is, that's how you should do it. Don't put any number, just select OK. The default setting is what you should use. Okay. What will PPI give us? If they were to ask me what I think, okay, what I personally think, I think that PPI should actually, because of the fact that the dollar was already at a verified support, I think PPI should give strength to the dollar. That's what I personally feel. I feel PPI will give strength to the dollar from here. But we have 20 seconds, so we can just hold on and confirm what the data is. Okay. And there's this small 2 seconds or 3 seconds rule that Forex Factory does, even when it is time. To let you know that is they are updating the data then. So here we go. Pending, 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 pending. Okay. Wow. PPI came out higher. PPI came out higher. Oh, it will make the dollar strong. This data will make the dollar strong. Let's check our chart. This data would strengthen the dollar. Okay. Yes, it's giving dollar strength right now. So what does that mean? It's pushing down US 100. It's pushing down US 100. If you're trading, it's pushing down US 100. GBP USD too. You're not staying too long in this market. Remember that this is a fundamental. So don't expect it to move for too long. Hey, it's pushing gold down. GBP USD bearish. Euro USD also. I think Euro USD bearish. So let's see US30. US30 also bearish because of the data. Okay, it's not giving too much volatility. It's not giving too much volatility. So don't stay too long. If you're trading, you're buying the dollar. Okay, so if you're trading this data right now, you're buying the dollar. That means you're selling Euro USD, you're selling GBP USD, you're selling US 100, you're selling gold, you are buying USD JPY, you're selling AUD USD, Yeah, so that's it. The data came out and it actually came out absolutely good for the dollar. You can see it. 0.3%, 0.5%. So that means that dollar will be able to gain strength. Most likely, even if dollar does not gain too much strength now, once US session opens, it's possible that dollar is going to still continue to ride on that to give us strength. Okay. So yeah, it's not moving as much as just something to scalp and come out of. Something to scalp and leave. Okay, so yeah, just like I was saying in the morning, the best for price index, the best data that I actually enjoy is CPI. CPI is tomorrow. But the truth is, the good thing about PPI is that since PPI is out now, there's a high chance that this is also how CPI is going to move tomorrow. You understand? Hey, there's a high chance. Let's see, somebody's talking of good sell. Don't stay too long in it though. I think the last time also when we US dollar open today, 230. Dollar is opening 230. Dollar is opening 230. Not dollar, US session. Dollar is actually open. People are trading dollar now. What you're asking is when we US session, right? Yeah. So the US session will open 230. Don't worry, we'll be in this class till then. Okay, we'll be in this class till that 2:30 session. We're also going to take some entries before that time. Okay, but we just had to look at what's this high impact news. Yeah, gold is not moving. It's not moving. PPI is not moving so much. PPI data is not moving so much. PPI will not move as much as CPI, but I was really hoping that because of the fact normally before now, CPI will come before PPI. For those who know how this fundamental works, especially people who trade index, price index. CPI is the one that usually comes on Wednesday and PPI comes on Thursday, But because it came today, I was expecting that we're going to get more volatility in favor of the dollar, But yeah, this is still dollar is a bit strong, but not as much as a high impact to normally move. It's not as much as a high impact to normally move. It's just moving slightly. I'm sure that it will pick up momentum during the US session. Look at how USD JPY pushed up, but it has hit a verified resistance. Okay, yeah. So let's leave that. Since we did not get the volatility that we wanted, then it's possible that we just wait for the US session today, because the way it is, this is how it is. The US session will open fully by 2:30. That's in about an hour time. So it's just like this high impact data has come out before the market opens. So when the market opens, this is likely what traders want to react to, and we can get more volatility in the market. You understand? So we'll watch and we see how it goes. It's also possible that, after all this, when the US session opens, market will return to the original trend, So we'll see how it goes. Look at like this USD JPY now. After it has pushed up, it hit this verified resistance and, it's retracing. It's retracing, but let's hold on. We have both established that the high impact news did not move the market so much. That's why sometimes it's always good to check the news and look at the market. You understand? So let's hold on. Let's do what the technical analysis we want to do today, and then we can now walk towards the US session by 2:30. So between now and 2:15, between now and 2 o'clock, what I want to do is I want to answer some of your questions. I want to answer some of your questions between now and 2 o'clock. And once it is 2 o'clock, we'll start giving entries on currencies. Okay, we give entries on currencies, on gold, on oil, on US 100, and all the likes. Okay, so yes, I advised those of us who attended last week. I told us to check YouTube. But today, before I even answer your questions, I want to ask personally. For about 2-3 weeks now, I have been teaching us just 2 strategies. I've been teaching us the EMA strategy and candlestick patterns. I've been teaching us the EMA strategy and candlestick patterns. We've also done a little of support and resistance, right? We've also done a little of support and resistance. So I want to know and hear from us, especially people who have practiced it. I want to hear from us, people who have used the EMA strategy, people who have used the support and resistance, people who have used all that. I want to hear from us. What are our feedbacks? I'm not talking to those people who will drop a message now and say, please, what is the strategy? No, if you were not here during that class, we did it for about 3 weeks, where I explained how to use the 50 period moving average, the 50 period exponential moving average on 15 minutes to trade. So I expect that some of us have practiced it and all that. How do I join the online classes? You're in one, so just keep the link. The link that you joined with is just keep it. So yes, questions. People who have used the EMA strategy have also used the RSI strategy. Let me get your questions. Let me get your feedbacks, please, so that at least we know that for the past 3 weeks, we have not wasted our time. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. When are you going to repeat it? That's what I said. I don't have question regarding when I'll repeat the class. I took the class for 3 weeks. I'm likely not going to repeat it anytime soon. For 3 weeks is what we're talking about. But yeah, regarding the class, regarding that class, you can go to YouTube. Go to our YouTube link. We have it there. Go to our YouTube page, Rally Trade. I will drop the YouTube link. So just stay. I'm going to drop the YouTube link. You can go there. I think, yeah, you can have it there. Okay. Onyeka said it's working. Mickey says it's working when they're scalping. Okay, 2%. Yes. So it's working. Is there any issue? Is there any difficulty you're having with it? Like, yes, it's working. Is there any aspect that I feel like, oh, how do I do in this particular situation? I have 2 people saying it's working. So does that mean that out of okay, very interesting. Dr. Sam says that it seemed to work better with 1 hour. That's very interesting. And you know, it seems to me like he's actually right. It seems to me like Dr. Sam is right, because the thing is just that, okay, check for support on YouTube. Okay, don't worry, I'll look into that. Yes, and hey, I'm getting responses now. Glory to God. So let me attend to Dr. Sam's own first. It will work better with 1 hour. You know, like I said, or like I have said a couple of times, anytime you get a strategy that works, the higher the time frame, the longer the move you expect. Do you understand? So I originally thought that strategy for scalping, but yes, if you're using it on 1 hour, you expect that move to go a long way in your direction. But the truth is that you also need to wait longer on 1 hour than on 15 minutes. You understand? So it's that give and take. So if you're able to wait for 1 hour to get something like that, you can enter early in a very good move. You understand? You can enter early in a very good move. But if you on 15 minutes, you may not need to wait for so long for that candle before you get that notification. So yes, sometimes you don't have 2 consecutive candles on time. Well, Mary, you're right, but it's not about your time, it's about the market's time. You understand? So if you don't have 2 consecutive candles on time, there's a high chance that the candles will continue to range around that moving average. So it's a good thing that you're not in a trade when the market is just ranging. You understand? So I personally think it's yes, sometimes you actually have to wait. You have to wait. It doesn't happen on time. But yeah, it's also for your protection. Normally we could just say once it breaks above it, just buy. But the reason why we said 2 consecutive is because we want to be sure that, you know, it's a move that will go up. It's not like every time it just goes, but at least most of the time, because you have waited for 2 consecutive candles, you expect it to go further upwards. Okay, good. Also, sometimes before you get 2 consecutive, the move is over. One move, if you do not get 2 consecutive candles, there is no move regarding the strategy. You understand? If you do not get 2 consecutive, then there is no move. So to say that, you know, before you get 2 consecutive candles, the move is over, there is no move. Remember, do not forget that most times the reason why we are in trades that give us a whole lot of loss because we're not patient enough to enter the market. The market is always moving, always buying, always selling. Okay, you need to have something that you will see that helps you to enter. Everybody has something they see that makes them enter the market. If you don't have something you're seeing, when you enter the market, you'll be lost. And you now begin to regret why you did not wait. You understand? So what you need is a lot of patience to be able to confirm that move before you enter. Remember that when we're taking that class, and especially when we're taking the RSI class, I told us that sometimes you may wait 2 days. You may wait 2 days even without trading. And then when you enter the market on the 3rd day, you make a lot for the week, especially the swing traders. You understand? But I know that if you consider for instance, trading DE30 and Euro USD, Euro JPY, if you try trading those pairs in the morning from 8 o'clock, if you monitor them on 15 minutes with the moving average, you will likely get a very good move. And then if you focus on the US indices, focus on US indices from 230, focus on the US pairs from 230, gold from 230, you also still get move. So it's all about targeting when there's volatility in under instruments that you're trading. Okay. Bolaji says, if the candle touches the 8 EMA on a buy trend and pass it down to 21 EMA and go down further, and I see that as my entry point, can I see? Wow. Okay, since Bolaji will be a footballer because you are passing, it touches the distance and pass to the 21. Well, what you're talking about is a different strategy. I believe you're talking about maybe the EMA cross or thereabout. What we're talking about is just using one single moving average, 50 period moving average on your chart, and waiting for price to consecutively break it downwards 2 candles or break above it 2 candles before you buy or sell. But for this one, you're talking about 8 and 21. Our advice that if you are trading with this, wait for a cross. Okay, so if your 8 crosses below your 21, then you can consider that to sell to the nearest support. But if your 8 crosses above your 21, you can consider to buy to the nearest resistance. But that strategy, the cross strategy, the golden cross and the death cross, can be very, you practice it and see, it can be very, very frustrating sometimes. It's because of those strategies that people don't even like moving average. Solomon, I don't understand your question. Is there an entry on Euro or GBP? I don't understand your question. Is it good to trade 1 minute time frame? Is it good? It's a time frame, yeah. It's not bad, but the truth is, I'll tell you the truth. I don't trade on 1 minute because I feel that the changes are too volatile. You cannot really tell. As much as possible, there are 2 things you want to know as a trader. You want to know if the move is going to continue, and you want to know when the move is going to change, right? So it's hard to tell that on 1 minute. Do you understand? It's hard to tell that on 1 minute. So even if you're scalping, I advise you do it on maybe 5 minutes, 15 minutes, like that. Do you understand? Oh, this is the... Yeah, there'll be more scalping lessons. Like I said, I'll try and get that EMA class link. I think it was shared in the morning. I'll get it. This D30 buy is what we gave in the morning. What we gave is not a take profit yet. Give in the morning. Okay. So yes, I think we've been able to attend to that. Let's actually move on and let's look at the market. I will use the little time I have before, because I want to make sure we start analyzing the market and deciding what to do from 2 o'clock, that we have enough time to look at have enough time to learn. Oh, very good, very good. Okay, gold is buying despite the dollar coming out strong. Yes, because the impact of the fundamental is done, and that's the funny thing about fundamental. You can hardly tell how long that impact is going to last. You understand? So yeah, sometimes it lasts for a day, sometimes a week, sometimes minutes, so okay, I just dropped the link to the exponential moving average strategy on YouTube. This is for the EMA strategy we talked about, so you can click on this, go watch it on YouTube. Subscribe also, because all these meetings we hold them, we also put it on YouTube. Like the meeting we had this morning is on YouTube. This one we are having now is recorded on YouTube, so yeah, you can subscribe so that I can put on the notifications, so that I can get notifications, like, share and comment. Okay, so yes, I wanted to, since I wanted to take time to explain the moving average, but since we have it here, all well and good. By God's grace, so by God's grace, we also, apart from the moving average, we also looked at the RSI strategy. The RSI strategy is what we said you can use to tell the the strength of a move. The strength of a move. If I apply the RSI to my chart, for instance, here, I can easily tell whether the strength of this bullish move on the market, the strength of this bullish move, has it come to an end? Is it at its peak? Okay, let me show you something interesting here. So this is support and resistance, right? This is DE30, and DE30 has brought to a resistance. Good. Now, let's check our RSI. Now, you can see that with your RSI having 70% and 30%, remember I told us that the 70% is where price is what? Overbought. And the 30% is where price is what? Oversold. Now, this is a very simple question I'm going to ask us. You will notice, or I've told us that if price is overbought, currently now, DE30 is on an overbought zone, right? I want to explain something to you, but we might as well just take entries on DE30. Now, DE30 right now is on the overbought zone, right? And because it's on the overbought zone, what we are doing is to look out for the nearest resistance. From the nearest resistance, we can take advantage of a sell. I'm going to take that again. When you insert the RSI on your chart, your RSI can help you tell overbought and oversold regions, right? Good. Your RSI can help you tell overbought, oversold. So let's look at GBP USD, for instance. Let's look at like this GBP USD now that we're looking at. Currently, you can see how GBP USD has pushed up within 1 hour, right? In 1 hour time, it has pushed up. Now, let us apply our RSI to this chart just to explain to you what we mean. Now, with all this buy that GBP USD has done, yes, the RSI is this line, this blue line down here. That's the RSI, okay? Now, with all this movement that it has done, okay, you can see that my RSI is approaching the 70%. And this 70% my RSI is approaching is around the same place where my GBP USD is approaching a verified resistance. So I tried to explain to us the last time that the RSI is not meant to work on its own. Of course, so you can use it on its own. You can make profit here, you can be lucky, you can make profit, but consistently, the RSI is not meant to work on its own. What you do with the RSI is to apply price action with it. Apply price action. Oh, this thing's on an overbought zone, right? Let me watch out for the nearest resistance. From the nearest resistance, I'm going to sell. Let me watch out from the candlestick pattern. If I get a candlestick pattern, I'm going to what? Sell. So if this RSI, I just need to be patient. If my RSI approaches 70%, okay, I can begin to look up, because I also know that my GBP USD is around the verified resistance also. I can begin to look out for what? Look out for a sell from this resistance. You understand? I can begin to look out for a sell from this resistance. And that is where the whole thing comes up. That is one way people use RSI. The second way people use the RSI is that they first confirm the trend of the market on a higher time frame. They confirm the trend of the market on daily time frame. Now, if they confirm the trend of the market on daily time frame, what will happen? What they will do is that if, for instance, on the daily time frame, the trend if the market is on a downtrend on daily time frame, market is on a what? On a downtrend. What are they going to do? Anytime on 1 hour that the market is overbought, that's where they will enter a sell. Let me show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean. Yes. So we use the RSI. You can use the RSI along with support and resistance. You know, that's fine on its own. You can use the RSI along with candlestick pattern. That's fine. And you can use the RSI along with trend. Maybe not all together, but you know, you can even use them together. Like for instance, as this GBP USD is approaching this verified resistance, and my RSI is already approaching the overbought region, okay, I can decide I want to enter instant sell. Or I can say I want to wait for a candlestick pattern to form here, like an inverted hammer, a shooting star, or a bearish engulfing, or 3 dark horses, something to appear here to tell me price wants to go down. You understand? So it's all up to how I want to combine it. But for this RSI, I may not be using EMA. Yeah, for this area, for this one I'm talking about now, the EMA strategy I talked about was even regardless of the RSI, because if you're using the EMA on this place, you may need to, you have your entry will be late. You enter late. You have late admission, and late admission is late. Okay, look at what I'm trying to say. This is GBP/USD on the daily time frame, right? On the daily time frame, we can tell that GBP/USD is on a downtrend. It's on a downtrend. It has fallen for a while. It's on a downtrend. This particular push-up we have is like a what? A retracement, but GBP/USD is on a downtrend. Now, what does this mean? Since it is on a downtrend, what I'm trying to do on 1 hour is that I want to enter a sell when GBP/USD is overbought. So I can tell already that it's on a downtrend, right? But that's on daily time frame. But on 1 hour, I can easily tell when it is what? Overbought, so that I can take advantage of it, because I expect that when it is selling, it's going to sell further than buying. Now, when, first of all, I like the way you call my name. You know, you put Sam. I like it. But what I'm saying is that when you have 4 hours and 1 hour uptrend, 15 minutes and 5 minutes are downtrend, that market is on an uptrend. Do you understand? See, the truth is this. Trend itself is subjective. Trend is subjective, okay? Because a trend can be long term, a trend can be intermediate, a trend can be short term. So the trend you are looking at on 15 minutes and 5 minutes is a short-term trend. You can decide to sell with that short-term trend and make short money. You understand? But the truth is that that market generally is on an uptrend, because on 4 hours, it's on an uptrend. You understand? So there are two things you can do. You can either decide to use that 15 minutes to sell short, sell, and make quick profit, or you can decide, okay, that as this market is selling on down now, this is an opportunity for me to take a buy to continue the uptrend on 4 hours. Because on that uptrend, I likely make a whole lot profit. I will cover more pips on a buy than on a sell. You can make profit from the two, but one of them is likely going to give you more pips than the other. Yeah. So that's it. So that's why for this GBP/USD today, looking at it at this verified resistance, there's a lot of technical indicator to show that I should be selling from here. You understand? There's a lot of, so there are two ways we can do, and that breaks it down into the two kind of traders that we have, in terms of what's the kind of risky, in terms of the kind of risk a person can take. There are people who already are on an instant execution sell around here, and they've decided that they will hold that sell except if price breaks above this point, So for instance, let me show us. Let's look at what happened the last time price was here. I'm going to mark it. The last time price was here, what happened? This is it. The last time price was here, this is it. Price was able to break, to fall back down. Look at it. All this place here is the support zone, is the resistance zone. All this place like this. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm looking for perfection. Don't know why. I want to make sure I have it here. I'm going to show us. I'm going to zoom in and show us. All these places like this is a resistance, because if we move backwards, you will see that even when price was around here, price fell back. The last time price was around that yellow box that I put, the last time price was around here, what did price do? Price fell back down. And that was from that place is where price got to, that price fell all the way down. You understand? So what does it mean? It means that for me as a trader, there is less risk. There's less risk for me to actually sell from here. Because if I sell from here, my stop loss, okay, my stop loss is not going to be so far from where price currently is. My stop loss is not going to be so far from where price currently is. And I am actually entering a sell at a verified resistance. You understand? I'm actually entering a sell at a verified resistance on a spot where price is already approaching the overbought region. So this is a good place on GBP USD for me to take advantage of a sell. Also, some other traders decide that, okay, this is a place to sell, but I'm going to wait for a candlestick pattern. A candlestick pattern that appears that tells me I can now look out for a sell, like an inverted hammer, like a bearish engulfing, like where if I get 3 continuous bearish candles at this place, all those will inform me that I can now sell from here. So those are the 2 types of people that use the RSI. The RSI tells you where to look out for a sell. You can now decide to do instant sell there, or you can still decide to wait for further confirmation in terms of candlestick pattern. That's what I'm trying to explain to us. Okay, but you know that it is less risky to actually sell here than to buy, because number one, your RSI is telling you that GBP USD has gotten to a particular peak point, and yes, it's possible that you still buy. You understand? It is possible that even from this resistance, it could still break this resistance and keep buying. You know, of course, most times when we take moves in the market, there's usually no 100% guarantee, but it is always better. It is always less risky. It is always wiser to take a sell from a resistance and to take a buy from a support. You understand? It's better to take a sell from resistance than to take a buy from support. So looking at GBP USD, which is the first currency we're going to be looking at now, from this verified resistance, I will actually be looking out for a sell on GBP USD. I'll be looking out for a sell on GBP USD because of this verified resistance. Okay, looking out for a sell on GBP. So until it breaks, that means closes. If it closes above 1.23323, if it closes above 1.233, okay, here let's say if it closes above 1.23333, the rest 3 like that. That is when, if it closes above that place, that's when I will consider buying to the nearest verified resistance. That is when I will consider that. But from here, I'll actually be looking out for a sell from this particular zone. So to get your RSI on your laptop, as someone has asked, to get your RSI on your laptop, what you need to do is just go to indicators list at the top here, click on it, go to oscillators. From oscillators, you will see relative strength index. That's RSI. So it's indicators list, oscillators to relative strength index. Okay, good. So that is for GBP USD. GBP USD, considering the fact that it has approached this overbought region and it's a verified resistance, I'll be looking out for a sell. All these zones here, I'll be looking out for a sell, except if my candle closes above 1.23333. That is when I will now look out for a buy. Okay, but from this verified resistance, for me, it's a sell on GBP USD. Let's move on. Okay, so let's look at, since we are considering currencies, let's also look at Euro JPY. Of course, I'm also going to look at indices. I'm going to look at commodities and all that. Yes, I'll check them out. So let's continue. Euro JPY. This is Euro JPY on daily time frame. You will see that for Euro JPY, wow, there's been a very good range around here. right? It's been a very good range, all right? Someone's asking about stop loss. So for GBP USD, I gave you where to buy and I gave you where to sell. I said to sell around that verified resistance, and I gave you where if it breaks above, then to likely keep buying. I expect that you understand that that is where to come out of any buy trade, any sell trade. So right now, I advise to sell GBP USD, right? Good. I said sell you GBP USD. I said you should be on a sell on GBP USD unless it breaks above or closes above 1.23333. So that's also like a stop loss for your sell. You understand? That's like a stop loss for your sell, right? So let's move on. I did not give an exact figure for entry. I said enough for you to take advantage of this market. Euro JPY on the daily time frame. Okay, so this instrument has been ranging so distorted, it's not really clear. Okay, so if you check it out right now, it's currently settled on its support because it's on an uptrend. It's settled on its support, but we don't know how many pips we have from that particular point. Where Euro JPY is itself, where it currently is a resistance. Not just because my indicator says this is a proven resistance. This place where Euro JPY currently is itself is a resistance. You will see that last time it was here, it came down. And if we put like a horizontal line here, please, what I want you to, the exact thing I want you to learn from what I'm doing is why I'm making the decisions I'm making. Okay. Now, if you put a horizontal line here and you trace it backward, you see that this place is also a place where price was rejected not long ago. Look at it. So currently, Euro JPY is on a resistance zone. It's not just about this line here. It's a resistance zone. Look at when it was here, it was rejected and it fell back all the way down. So this place here is a rejection zone for Euro JPY, and it's such a strong zone that I will actually advise that if you're trading Euro JPY, these are zones where you should be looking out for a sell in this market. Okay, I'll not advise you to actually just take a buy and just leave it like that. Okay, these are zones where you should be looking out for a sell. Okay, so for Euro JPY, if you're trading Euro JPY from, if I thought Euro JPY pushes into 158.230, from 158.230, you should be looking out for a sell. Okay, you can place a sell limit at 158.230. Even if it buys to 158.430, it is still around a resistance point. So from all these places like this, from between 158.200 to 158.430, you should be looking out for a sell from those zones on Euro JPY. Okay, should be looking out for a sell at those zones for Euro JPY. Okay, so let's look at Euro USD. Look at Euro USD. Okay, so for Euro USD, what we are going to do is, people are just sending me direct message. You don't know how many messages I'm getting at this moment. It's why I choose to always ignore the chat until I'm done, because you're just dragging me back. Euro USD. Let me continue. Let me continue. I'll not check. I'll continue what I'm doing. So we looked at Euro USD this morning. And it has not been able to break that zone where it has been trading for some time. This is Euro USD on 1 hour on daily time frame. This is it on 1 hour. Okay, this is it on 1 hour. What I would advise, look at now, I'm showing you people how we look at how I trade. If you look at Euro USD right now, say whether I want to buy or what I want to sell, look at it right now. What has been the past performance of Euro USD around this place? You understand? So if, for instance, I put a line on where price currently is now, even before I make any decision, I try to trace it backwards, I personally can tell that this is a resistance point. This place where Euro USD is right now is a resistance point. Can you see it? Like if you follow it backwards, you can see it. You can see how that Once price gets towards that place, it's rejected. Now, why is this thing I'm showing you, why is it important? It's important because you can see that the next place my indicator paints as a resistance is up here. Okay, it's up here. But I personally can see that price has been rejected here a couple of times. So it tells me that there is an issue with this place. It tells me that there is a resistance around this place. You understand? It tells me that there's a resistance around here. So what I am going to do around this place for Euro USD, I'm not just going to jump into a buy. I'm not just going to jump into a buy. My buy is likely going to be above the most recent high. This most recent highlights, because personally, I feel like even here where it is a resistance. This place where Euro USD is right now is a resistance for me. You understand? So we'll see how many pips we have from above this point to this verified resistance. That's trading within this range. You can see that all the times that price has been able to push up, it has pushed up around here. Price has traded around here. So I can expect price, I can trade around this place here, but not where price is currently. I can't just jump in there to buy around that place or sell around that place, because that place is a price barrier point. You understand? So I'm instead going to be looking out for that buy at 1.06343. 1.06343, and I can come out at 1.06585. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to enter at 1.06343, and then I'll be coming out at 1.06585 for Euro USD. That's if it can trade above this place. Okay, if it can trade above this place. But because with the way the dollar is looking, and with the way the dollar itself is looking, look at the dollar. Now, the way the dollar is looking, it still has its verified support, which it has not been able to break. And the reason, because, I don't know if anybody has noticed anything. The dollar index, whenever the dollar index is at a support, dollar pairs will usually be also at supports or resistances. You understand? Whenever the dollar pair is at its support, dollar index is at its support, GBP USD is at a resistance. Euro USD also is at a resistance. You understand? Here, talking about the fact that the dollar is at a support. You understand? So that is how it is. That is how it works. Okay, so we have this at 1.06343 for my buy. Take profit at 1.06585. Okay, and then for my sell, because of the fact that I see price at a currently at a resistance, I can see that price is at a resistance. Okay, what I'm going to do for my sell is, I'm going to enter here just below this particular candle here, because I want to take advantage of the sell. There's a resistance here that I feel that it will be hard for price to beat. Okay, there's a resistance here I feel it will be hard for price to beat. So all the time, if you check it out, recently price has been rejected around here. Price has been rejected, and anytime price was rejected around here where price currently is, it went all the way down to this support. It went all the way down to this support. It went all the way down to this support. So that is why for my sell also, I'll be having my sell at 1.06, 1.06060, 1.06060. Okay, the short sell, and take profit at 1.05942. 1.05942. Okay, so that's 1.06060. Take profit at 1.05942. I hope you understand why I have done that. Okay. I hope you understand why. So yes, if you can break above this resistance point here, if you can break above this place, then it's likely going to head towards this verified resistance. Okay. Yeah. So from Euro USD, let's look at other currencies. Let's look at USD JPY. Okay, so we have USD JPY here. Now for USD JPY, we have let's look at it on the daily time frame. The dollar has, has gained strength over Japanese yen for some time now. Just experiencing about 2 days of a bullish move, which has not been much because even the buy that USD JPY seem to have done, you can see that it's actually been around the same place. You understand? It's been around the same place. So we do not really have so much of a push up. We don't really have so much of a push up for USD JPY right now. But right now, if you check USD JPY on 1 hour, it got here and it actually did a retracement back down, right? It did a retracement back down. That's like a double top that it's done, right? So that is even this movement already shows you that it's possible that you have your point marked out already, because there are two things you can do. Yeah, you can come in for your buy above this double top zone, or you could get a confirmation on this inverted hammer and sell. Okay, you remember that we talked about candlestick pattern. We said that if you have an inverted hammer at the resistance, it's a sell. It gives a sell vibe, right? It gives a sell vibe. So the next thing you want to do is get a confirmation, and then you can actually sell for that. So for USD JPY, we need to watch how the next candle closes. Okay, if that candle closes bearish, then we can look out for a sell to this place. But for your buy can be above if the dollar index can conveniently break that particular support that it's on. That's this one. If dollar index can actually break below this place, then USD JPY is going to keep falling. But if it cannot break it and it starts going up, then USD JPY is going to likely break this resistance and head up towards this point. Okay, that's my point, and that's why for my buy I'll be going in at 149.28 149.203. 149.203. I can buy to 149.400. So for my USD JPY, I can buy at 149.203. I can buy to 149.400. But if this candle, the next 1 hour if it ends bearish, I can sell and look out for at least 10 to 15 pips of profit. Okay, so let's move on. Onward we go. Oh, GBP is already in profit. Congratulations, endurance. Your endurance paid off. Okay, let's continue. Let's look at gold. Let's look at gold. We're going to look at US 100. I'm seeing a lot of US 100, please. You people you've not gotten used to my pattern by now. Yeah, you always just be disturbed. You just be saying US 100. Some people message me say US 30. Something you understand when some people are praying that let there be rain, and some people are praying that this rain is too much. Who you God answer? But that's why it's God, sha. See, gold next. Please AUD USD. Don't worry, it's well. Let's continue. Okay, let me look at gold. If you check out gold right now, from morning where we expected that it made a double top and it was supposed to sell, it did not. It broke this resistance and then it headed upwards. Also gave instruction to actually buy from that place. So I believe that people who were on that sell would have recovered and whatever they lost, or most of what they lost from this buy here, right? Good. So also the data that came out, the fundamental PPI did not move as much as we expected it to. We're not really expecting so much, but it still moved less than what we are expecting. And so how fundamental behaves is that after they move, usually market still takes over, right? Good. So technicals will still come back to take over fundamentals. So that's why you have this push up on gold. But let's look at gold. Gold is approaching a verified resistance right now, and all that depends on the movement. Gold on its own, gold really has no will of its own until um its own performance depends on the performance of the dollar, especially because right now with the US hammer stuff, like I said in the morning, anytime you have uncertainty, political uncertainty, you have war, rumors of war, and anything, people will prefer to hold their funds in gold and US and stocks. You understand? They would rather buy gold. And that's why gold is gaining strength with all that's going on right now. You understand? But technically, it's approaching a point where it has been rejected a couple of times in the past. Okay, it's approaching a point where it has been rejected a couple of times. And that also coincides with the fact that even the dollar itself, dollar index is also on a strong support zone. So this is what I would advise on gold. Okay, it's approaching a point where we want to look out for a sell on gold. Okay, it's approaching a point where we want to look out for a sell on gold. It's currently on 1871. I feel like even if it buys into 1875 to 1878, we want to look out for a buy from there. Sorry, a sell. So we should be looking at selling gold from 1875, 1878. We should be looking at selling gold from that point. Okay, so looking at selling gold 1875, 1878. We should sell gold. Maybe come out, take profit. If you sell from that point, you can come out at 1870. Come out at 1870 and come out at 1870 or thereabout. Okay. So my advice on gold, since it's approaching this verified resistance, will be to look out for a sell on. Now, in the event that price closes, not trades. Now, if price closes above 1880, if price closes above 1880, we can actually now take a buy. Can now take a buy if price closes above it. So I'd rather even give you, apart from taking a sell around this place here, can have your buy stop at 1880 and your take profit at 1884. So you can have your buy stop at 1880 and take profit at 1884. Okay. But considering around this zone here, you should expect it to retrace backwards. So from 1878 to 1875 to 1878, you should be looking out for a sell to come out at 1870. A sell to come out at 1870. Okay. Now, yes. Okay, I believe I've answered this USD stuff. Okay, so let's look at AUD USD. I'll look at AUD USD. Don't worry, I'll look at US. So there's no how I'll not look at US 100. So let me look at your AUD USD first. Okay, so for AUD USD, what do we have here? Daily time frame. Oh, okay. It's a good thing I have the 50 period here. Daily time frame, on daily time frame, the 50 period is serving as a resistance. But what's interesting is that what's interesting is that you need to notice that on the 50 period moving average, price has been rejected a couple of times. This same 50 period moving average has been like, just look at it from August. Okay, it's been the one to reject price. Price has found it difficult. It's been the one to reject price. It's been the one to reject price, and currently standing as a resistance. Yeah. So that's strong, and that's why it's possible that technically price may not be able to break, but still here also you have it on the verified support. So what we have is that AUDS is just boxed around here. Sorry, AUDS is boxed around this zone. And anybody who wants to enjoy AUDUSD wants to trade above and below this zone. You want to trade AUDUSD, you want to enjoy it, I'd advise that you wait for it to break above and below this zone. Okay, so if it breaks above, if it breaks above 0.64450, it breaks above 0.64450, then I cannot expect it. That means if it closes above 0.64450, I expect it to buy. But if it closes below 0.63860, then I can sell. That's long sell, long buy. Okay. If it breaks above 0.64450 or 64460, 0.64460, if it breaks above there, then a buy. Okay, at least 20 pips. If it breaks below 0.63860, 0.63860, then a long sell. Okay. So let's move on. AUDS, and let's check out US 100. Okay, I should increase my volume. Okay. I hope it's better now. Okay, so this is US 100. We said something about US 100. This is also the entry that was given this morning, and US 100 has really lacked momentum to even push up into that point. Let's look at it on daily time frame. Let's also use our RSI to check it out. Remember that I said that for US 100, you know, a buy is actually in play for US 100. It's sold, it hits this support on daily time frame, made whatever number of bottom it has made, and is headed upwards. The last time it was around here, it went all the way up. But the truth is, right now, like I have said a couple of times, I hope you have caught that I always want to look at what price, how price has performed around its current price if I decide what to do, right? So around here, if we trace it backwards, we can tell that you have something around this zone. There's something about this zone where it was headed upwards, it was rejected here like 2 times, right? Only when it broke above it here was it able to keep going up, right? So it tells us that even on 1 hour, US 100 is also approaching like a resistance point. And coincidentally, that's also where it was rejected yesterday. Yes, yesterday when it got up to this point, it was rejected here to come back down. Okay, so this place is actually a very it's what will I call it now? It's a tight zone. It's a tight zone for US 100. So what I'll be expecting is to trade rejections or retracement. So I'm going to be looking out for two sell entries on US 100. Another thing we could actually do is to use our 50 period moving average to decide what to do. That will also be cool. But for US 100, we can use a pending order. We can do this with a pending order. This is on 15 minutes. So let's see an opportunity here that we can take. And I'm also going to mark an entry on 1 hour where we can take advantage of retracement or rejection. So for the buy stop, 15,350, buy at 15,350, take profit at 15,370. Okay, so you're buying at 15,350, you're taking profit at 15,370. Okay, that's like quick in and out. Okay, like we noticed on 15 minutes, we noticed that that's created the resistance around here. So we can do a buy stop, take profit here. Fine. But another thing is that US 100 around this zone here, look at this zone. I would also advise that you can take advantage of like a sell limit, around this zone here. Yes, price is not there right now, but that is a place where you likely want to take advantage of a sell limit. You can place a sell limit, the closest that verified resistance is at 15,430. 15,430. So you can have a sell limit around there. Just make sure to monitor it. Okay, so for US 100, we have it at your buy stop at 15,350, take profit at 15,375. Okay. Yeah, if you cannot break that point and it sells, let's see, we had this long sale and price was rejected here around where it has also been rejected in the past. Price is quite tight. Price is tight. So what I would advise for US 100 is, let me have my moving average here. This is another for the sale. This is what another thing we can actually do for the sale. Look at, you can put your 50 period exponential moving average. Like I explained the last time, can have it there. And once price gives you those 3 consecutive bearish below, 2 consecutive bearish below your moving average, you can take advantage of a sell. Okay, 2 consecutive below your moving average, take advantage of a sell. Okay, but for the buy, we have it at 15,350. Take profit at 15,375. Okay, that's for US 100. US 30. Where are you? Come out. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is what we gave in the morning. I think it just hit take profits since morning. Just hit take profit. That's crazy. So the momentum has been quite slow. Momentum has been slow. But what we will do, if you check US 30 right now, it's at a proven resistance, and there's a high chance that let's check the RSI. RSI also shows that it's overbought. It's overbought, and then also at this place, it's possible that we have a continued sell on US 30. It's possible we have a continued sell on US 30. Okay, so if you're looking at US 30 to trade US 30, hey, increase my volume. Hey, this I've been talking. Oh, you people will buy Baba Blue for me. Okay, so if you look at it, verified resistance been rejected, giving us a bearish this thing, you know. Look, it's giving us it's giving a lot of sell vibes. You know, US 30 right now is giving a lot of sell vibes against this proven resistance and all that. So what our advice on US 30 is actually a sell. What our advice on US 30 is actually a sell, unless price can close above. Your buy is not going to be a pending order for US 30. If price can close above 334,150, if price can close above 34,150, if price can close above 34,150, then that is when our advice to take a buy. But stands like, look at this place. Price has been rejected here. You know, we are just looking at the market and analyzing what the market is doing. Price has been rejected here. Not once, not twice. Okay, so this is a point to actually look out for a sell for on US. Yeah, that's true. So this is how we have to look out for a sell on US 30 from. Okay, not to look out for a sell around here. Do not allow, and also sometimes the 230 spike usually confuses us and puts us into panic, you know. Except if price closes above this place, that's when I will say buy. That's 34,150. If it closes above, then buy. But no, there's a proven resistance here. So what we should be looking out for in the market is actually a sell. Okay, actually a sell in the market. Okay, so you can do can look out for a sell. We have a proven support around here also. If you want to, for those people who want to take pending orders, maybe they don't have the mind to enter into an instant sell, want to take pending order. Your pending order will be at, you want to put your pending order below this proven support, you know. Pending order could be at 34,860, 33,860. Take profit at 33,780. So your sell stop could be at 33,860. Take profit at 33,780. Okay, that's for US 30. So let's check out oil. Oil actually gave this in the morning and said for people to look in for a sell. I marked this place here and asked people to look out for a sell, looking for a sell. Okay, but yeah, and it has done that. It's also on its own verified support. Oil right now is on a verified support. So if you're trading oil right now, actually advise that you take advantage of a buy on oil. The only time you're going to sell oil is if it closes below, if the candle closes below 86.30. If the oil candle closes below 86.30, then okay, that might have been a bad trade and all that. Okay, but for oil, I actually advise against this verified support, should look out for a push up on oil. Okay, so okay, for the sake of pending orders, let's give out some buy stops and sell stops. Okay, for people who love pending orders, let's give out some pending order trade. So I'm going to give us a buy stop above this point here, 87.50. 87.50 for the buy stop. Take profit at 87.80. The buy stop at 87.50. Take profit at 87.80. And then the sell stop at 86.30. The sell stop at 86.30. If you want to use sell stop, 86.30, take profit at 85.95. Sell stop at 86.30, take profit at 85.95. Oh, US 100 is already in profit. Oh, please watch. Oh, watch. It's already in profit. If you need to, don't come and tell me now that it's no longer in profit. Oh, yeah, you have it in profit there. So if you need to close, oh well and good. GBP USD is still struggling with this verified resistance. So remember that with currencies, you need to make sure you hold on. Currency is not as fast, so you need to make sure you hold on. You want to have sell trades, except if it closes above 1.23333. That's when you're not going to look out for a buy, and then you know. Euro JPY is already crossing into that zone where we said you can actually look out for a sell. Remember, I said that from 158.200 for Euro JPY up to 158.400, you should be looking out for a sell on Euro JPY. Okay. Gold. We said for gold, we said from here we should actually be looking out for a sell from 1875 to 1878. Okay, so if gold gets into 1875 zone to 1878 zone, you want to look out for a sell from that point. Okay. What we said about Euro USD. For Euro USD, we said we should only look out for a buy at, we gave a sell at 1.06060 and take profit at 1.05942. We said can only buy Euro USD from 1.06343 to around 1.06585, right? Then for USD JPY, remember for USD JPY, this current candle has to close bearish to confirm a sell. Otherwise, we can only buy USD JPY from 149.200 to 149.400. Then for US30, we actually, from this place here, we actually advised that, where's US30? Good. We actually advised a sell for US30. We said the only buy we'll have is if it closes above 34,150. 34,150. If it closes above there, then we'll buy. Okay. GBP USD is yeah, selling. Okay. Oliver Twist. Somebody said US 2000. Oliver Twist. Okay, yeah, it's you know, once we analyze US 100, analyze US 30, you can already tell what you're expecting. This is US 2000 also approaching that place where it's likely made a double top, you know, made a double top. For US 2000, let's look at it on a smaller time frame. Have it on 1 hour here at this untested resistance. What I can say for US 2000 is that we can make good profits if we look out for a sell around here. Around here, we can make a good profit if we look out for a sell, because it's likely going to break above this place. You know, if you're trading US 2000, it's likely after it has done this retracement, it's likely going to break above this place. If US 2000 breaks or closes above it closes above 1800. If US 2000 closes above 1800, the body of the candle closes above 1800, then we should consider buying it. We should consider buying it to around 1807. 1807. If you can close above 1800, we should consider buying to 1807. But from this resistance here on 1 hour, we should be looking out for sell. From this resistance here on 1 hour, 1812, should be looking out for a sell. Also, if it doesn't get to that point at all and it closes below 1785, if it doesn't get up to that, if it doesn't close above 1800 and instead it closes below 1785, then we can look out for a sell to around 1778. And look out for a sell to around 1778. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Dollar is still, this is dollar on 1 hour, still struggling with this verified support. So it still means that with all the gra that US 100 is doing around this verified resistance, this may be a good place for you to actually see US 100 retrace. So you want to watch it around here. Okay, let me put it on 1 hour. You want to watch it, it's still around this zone where it was rejected last. So that rejection comes, it may be a good opportunity for you to actually take advantage of the fall on US 100, because I expect that if the dollar index cannot break that support, US 100 will likely not be able to break this resistance. Okay, but at least we've made profit on the buy stop. So all we need to do is to watch it, watch the performance. Okay, we'll watch the performance. Euro JPY is already getting into our zone for a sell. Gold. Well, gold did not push up, but you still watch out for gold around that 1875 to 1878. Okay. So yes, this session holds Wednesday and Thursdays. Live session, this link that you have, this Zoom link that you have, you can use it in the morning by 8 a.m. You can use it in the afternoon by 2 p.m. But on Thursdays, we usually start, on Wednesdays and Thursdays, we usually start by 1 p.m. Okay, we start by 1 p.m. So please don't forget. We start by 1 p.m. So please don't forget. So I think this is the much we can take today. You will be hearing from me again tomorrow by 1 p.m. Please make sure you are here. What we have learned regarding the RSI, remember that the RSI is why we are selling right now on US 30. The RSI is why we are selling. The RSI is why we are selling on GBP USD right now. Okay, so these are things that we actually did in class today and we put into practice. And you people can see that we put them into practice. Okay, so it means that it's fine for you to go practice them. When you practice them, you get confident. You understand? You get confidence when you practice them. As you get confident, that is it. Your confidence is what's important. You understand? Yes, it's every week. Every Wednesday and Thursday, we have 1 o'clock classes. Yes, this session is recorded and it's on YouTube. I'm about to drop the YouTube link for us. I dropped it before. I'm going to drop it again. I'm going to drop it again. So this link, I dropped one link now. This link is for the EMA class. It's the EMA class. But I'm going to drop another one now. I'm going to just drop our Rally Trade YouTube. You understand? Rally Trade YouTube. Okay, wait. I'm going to drop. Once you click, oh, wonderful. Oh, made my job easy. So yes, you have it here. Once you get to that place, just check around the channel. You have other trainings we have had on setting take profits, setting stop loss, and it's explained by Nigerians. It's not like one Oyibo that is saying something that you can hardly make out what he's saying. Oh, yes. Yes, it's every week. Mr. Oguche. It's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah. I'm glad you're learning well. Oluwaseun, I'm glad you're learning well. Okay, so thank you for your time. This is the much that we can take today. It's been amazing. Go monitor your trades. I wish you profitable day. We're going to talk about this. For those who are disappointed regarding the PPI, no verse, calm down. Tomorrow we're going to be having CPI. We expect that to move much better than this. You see US 100, US 100 is already being rejected. So nobody should be looking out for a buy again, except if price closes above that resistance. Instead, should actually be looking out for a sell around that place. GBP USD sell is still in play. Don't dull it. It's still in play, okay? So yes, thank you all for your time. God bless you. Bye for now.